Good morning, everyone. It is Monday of the Victoria Day long weekend here in Canada. I wanted to do a quick, or maybe not quick, thrift pickup video of the items I found over the last probably 3 weeks. I've been really busy with work. I've been off to Vancouver Island for a week. Actually picked up some things while I was in Vancouver Island. I want to talk about those. My wife and I were in Cleveland for a long weekend, did some thrifting there. So a lot of thrift finds internationally, you could say, or nationally and locally. And there's a couple small garage sale items that I actually forgot to mention from about 3 weeks ago. So the first kind of time I was out. So I wanted to touch on those really quick before I talk about thrift finds. Some cool stuff though. I went to a yard sale and they had, I've been to this yard sale before if I haven't spoken about this. They bundle everything together. So a bunch of Star Wars stuff, and it's a ridiculous price of like 3 boxes for $120, and it's nothing old, maybe one item, and then they try and point that out to you, and all the rest is new. Anyway, besides that, they have some interesting stuff. So I picked up this Legend of Zelda wristband, sweatband for $1. I picked up a couple of cassettes. Great album, Bare Naked Ladies, Gordon. Ed Robertson is a big pinball player who plays in the Toronto area. I've played against Ed a couple of times in various tournaments. Great guy. Really does a lot to promote pinball. Eric Clapton. This is like a greatest hits. So these were 50 cents. A couple of records. Blondie, Heart of Glass, 45, I should say. Cool. I like the cover on that actually. And my wife's a huge Blondie fan. We Are the World, 45. So this is like from the 80s when all these celebrities got together and musicians to sing this song for Africa. So that's kind of cool to see. And Eddie Murphy, Party All the Time, single. This is a great song, of course, pure 80s. Look at that. He's got the leather or vinyl jacket on, shirt open. Awesome. So grab those. The other thing that I don't have because it's been sold is Todd Mcfarlane Metallica figure set. I picked it up for 15 bucks and I sold it yesterday for $75. Shipped it off to Calgary. So that was a great pick. I like Metallica, but I don't need to keep those myself. A lot of people do use them for pinball toppers on the Metallica pinball machine. So you can light it up and create a whole stage. Anyway, so it's a cool item to find. Anyway, so those were my brief yard sale finds that I missed talking about in the last couple of weeks. And the only other item before I get into thrifting and different trips is I picked up a Half-Life 2 Gordon Freeman in the box figure. They still sell this today. You can pick it up at Microplay. I paid 10 bucks for this. So I think it retails for 25 to 30 still. I am a huge Half-Life fan. I'm probably going to take this guy out of the box. So yeah, really cool. Pick that up on a Facebook marketplace. So I don't normally collect figures, but the price was right. I was watching it for a couple weeks and he kept dropping the price. And finally I was like, well, I'm going to go see. So he was glad to sell it. Anyway, like I said, my wife and I were in Cleveland. I was in Vancouver Island. So I'll talk about a couple of thrift finds first, locally, that I picked up before I talk about some Cleveland and other trips. So quite a few items here. So there's some cassettes. So we have, so if you're familiar with Value Village, cassettes are $1. I have been collecting cassettes. I should really stop. Although I did actually sell a cassette lot yesterday for $25. So they were my doubles. I made all my money back. So that's fine. So they're out there. Anyway, Wham! Make It Big. I don't know why I bought this or where this came from. Oh, In Excess. Yeah. A sealed copy of Elegantly Wasted Advanced Music Sampler In Excess. So I don't know if that goes to like a radio station or something, but anyway. Madonna, Who's That Girl? So that's a good movie, actually. Cat Stevens' Greatest Hits. And I love this album, Technotronic, the album Pump Up the Jam. I was a huge Technotronic fan. So that's really cool to find on cassette. And to go with the cassette, probably one of the sweetest Walkmans I've ever found. It is a Sanyo Walkman with shoulder strap and a pouch to carry your extra cassette. And it's silver and maroon. How sweet is that? Works totally fine. I actually don't remember. I think I paid a lot for this. I think I actually paid about $14 for this. But it's just so nice. So I have a small collection of Walkmans, I guess you could say. But yeah, really cool. Anyway, then some Xbox One titles actually, and decently priced. So these were $2.99 and $3.99. So UFC, EA Sports, I think that's like the first title, probably worth $3. Battlefield Hardline, and actually a decent one, Mortal Kombat X. So Mortal Kombat 11, of course, just came out. So add those to the Xbox One collection. Also picked up, which was really happy to see. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen all this stuff, but GameCube controller, black, really nice condition. Looks practically brand new. I can't find any scratches on it. So add that to the collection. I have, I think, one other black one, but oh, and this was great to find. Nintendo Wavebird receiver. I have a couple of Wavebird controllers that I found at Value Village. Never find the receiver. I finally found the receiver. So this was $2.99. So these go for good money on eBay, but of course I needed that for myself. Just a little, this was just in a bag, but a little Battleship LCD game. I like having a little collection of these. And this was actually really cool. I don't normally look at stuffed toys, but 1983 Ewok Return of the Jedi. This is Whip It or something. I'm gonna screw up his name. It's very Nippet. Yeah, Nippet. So the tag is quite faded, but really cool. I think my brother has this at home still. So I'm happy to add that to the vintage Star Wars collection. Probably not going to be for sale. It's really cool. And then probably that day, the best thing I found was a PSP loose on the shelf in a bag. It was in a protective case. So here it is. Really nice shape. I actually have this model already. And not only is it just a white model, it is the Darth Vader edition. So these go for around $60 to $80 on eBay. I then actually found the charger cord separately and the plug separately in the store after searching for about 5 to 10 minutes. And the extra thing was bonus game inside, Mod Nation Racers. So really, really happy to find that. This is, yeah, a pretty cool item, and price was right. So this was, I think it was $12.99, and I had a coupon. But yeah, really cool to find that. I'm going to get it in the case wrong. But yeah, so Star Wars Darth Vader Edition PSP. This is a 2001 model, and all the charging cords. So that was, I think that was over 2 trips to Value Village, so certainly not 1 trip. The next trip to Value Village was not necessarily old, but a Flintstones Canada's Wonderland mug. So this would have been right at, I think this was 90, I figured out it was around 91, 92. So it's probably at the end of Canada Wonderland run with the whole Hanna-Barbera stuff before they were then sold. And so probably the mid-90s, I'll say. But yeah, nice looking cup. Mug. And then what else was there that day was some Pogs. I don't know why I bought these. Pogs are not really making a comeback, but there's some pretty cool ones in here. Let me see where I put them. This is just, there was a bag of kind of junk and a bag of kind of quality stuff. So there's some Gargoyle Pogs in here. Gargoyles. There's some Batman Forever Pogs. There's Batman Forever. I don't know what these are. Slammers. So Disney Slammer. Gargoyles Slammer. There's some Spawn ones in here. Yeah, I think this is a Spawn guy or something. Anyway, so yeah, some Pogs. This was really cool to find. Real Ghostbusters X-Cop. Complete, good condition, actually. I've seen these before where their hands are missing, so if you're not familiar with X-Cop, he turns into a skeleton, his legs and arms come out. So X-Cop, really cool. Don't have this guy, so he's in the collection. A modern Obi-Wan Kenobi. Again, this was just in the bag with X-Cop, actually. So nothing too exciting there, but whatever. Add him to the collection. This is kind of funny. This was in the same bag. Weird bag. Star Wars Darth Vader. This is a car dash topper, and so it's supposed to be... The force is strong with this one. You would push it when cars piss you off or something like that. Anyway, so this was in the same bag. Has a bunch of sayings. It's motion activated. One more item here was a Lego carrying case. This is not old. There is older versions of this. This is probably from around 2010. It has divided trays inside it, so you could use it for like building a Lego thing and you want to sort your parts. So I thought that was pretty cool. I have a very large Lego collection. And then this thing, binders of all things. So in the kind of, I don't know, home office section, we'll call it, was a Zellers Canada Surf Club binder. Really neat. So it's got like a folder inside it, has the original price tag, $4.99, Zellers, imported by Zellers, Montreal, Quebec, made in China. I just love the colors on this thing. Look at that. Awesome. Anyway, all right, so those were the thrift finds before I went to Cleveland with my wife. On our trip to Cleveland, we like to stop at Target, Walmart to see if they have any cool items. One of those items was t-shirts, so I'm wearing one of them right now. So this is a Game Boy, OG Game Boy shirt. Love this shirt. It's probably becoming one of my favorite shirts. I actually got like lots of compliments that weekend when I wore it. I really like it. It fits really good. $12.99 at Target in America. I actually then picked up a Legend of Zelda Link to the Past shirt as well. And a Star Wars shirt. I like the logo. Actually, after I got this shirt, wasn't such a huge fan of it. So, kind of unfortunate. We'll see. I'm going to give it another try. But anyway, so picked up those two shirts while in Cleveland at Target. This was on clearance at Target. So, it's a Pac-Man food pin set. So, it looks like pizza and ice cream and ghosts. So, it was $2.99. It's just a little cool little Hot Wheel. This is a Buns of Steel. It's a hamburger on the car, like that. And then Walmart actually gives out for free, I grabbed two of them. It's a Game Center Geek magazine. So there's actually have posters in them of Mortal Kombat 11. So they're free, so I just add them to the pile to take with me. The other thing was, I'm going to do a unboxing video. This was a Midway Classics arcade box. So this has I've already opened this. This has a super tiny lunchbox in it. A notebook, a sticker, a magnet, a pin, actually a couple of stickers. And so what I really liked about this, it has Paperboy magnet, a Spy Hunter pin, like enamel pin, Joust and Gauntlet stickers, and a Joust like bobblehead. So you can see that there, but I'll do a separate video of this unboxing. So that's cool. My wife went and picked up some roller derby stuff. One of the teams in Cleveland is the Cleveland Steamers. Classy. So she gave me that. Anyway, and then the next day we went to again Target, Walmart in Cleveland. Or no, we went to Savers actually. Or sorry, not Savers, Goodwill. I was hoping to always see these videos of people going to Goodwill and finding amazing stuff like video games, and not only did they didn't have any, not a single one. So I got this one single thing for 59 cents, which is a very creepy Wizard of Oz monkey for my wife. So she clips Wizard of Oz items. So super creepy. 59 cents. Then we actually went to Walmart and Target in another part of town. And we were there for a concert and baseball game. That's why we were there. Anyway, there's a store chain called The Exchange. I've never heard of it. It turns out it's a chain. And I was looking at, they have toys and video games and a huge selection. And I noticed that some of their games were incredibly cheap. So like box complete games were $1 more than the regular game, if not the same price. So I started out, I don't normally buy box games, but these were just so cheap, I just grabbed them. So win, lose, or draw. These aren't great titles, but win, lose, or draw. $4 complete. Pipe Dream, $4 complete. And Othello for $4 complete. Really nice condition boxes. And then this is what I'll probably say caught my eye the most was they had a Nintendo cleaning kit and they had it loose and it was $8. And then they had the boxed one as well for $8. It's not even used. It's never been taken out of the plastics are still sealed inside. So this I thought was really cool. It's a unique item, a Nintendo accessory to put on the shelf. So I grabbed that. Then I also grabbed some loose games. These were like $2 and $3, $7.20. Ultimate Basketball, Tennis Black Label, and Casino Kid. Again, like amazing condition. I spoke with one of the guys working there, and they think they all came from the same owner, especially the box games. And then the other one too. This was $10. Data East All Star Collections. This is a modern re-release by 8-bit or by Retrobit. Sorry. So it has Bad Dude, Side Pocket, Burger Time, Ring King on it, but it's complete. There's stickers inside, there's buttons, so they're all in here completely unused. So there's some of the buttons, I don't know if you can see that. Burger Time button and a Ring King button. There's Burger Time stickers inside, so really cool. So grab that. So I think I spent $50 that day to grab those games. So I'm happy to add those to the collection. Really cool. I could have spent hours in there just walking around looking at stuff. The next day, so we went and had the New Kids on the Block concert that night. I think it's still the same day. We went to another Valley Village. My wife was looking for Cleveland Indian stuff. Not just in store, but the idea was they should have it all thrift stores there, and so they did. So I'll show you what she got first. So Cleveland Indians hoodie, $3.50. She bought basically the same sweater the next day, new, for about $35 in blue. So $3.50 for that. A vintage Indians towel. This was $3. So this was about early 90s. That's from. And then this was probably a free giveaway at some point, but it's a Cleveland Indians fleece blanket from Progressive Field, $3. So the day before when we were at the Cleveland's game, they were selling Cleveland Indians fleece blankets for $50, and it was a cold day. She almost bought one, and then find this the next day for $3. So some cool Cleveland Indians gear for her. I was hoping again to have big finds of video games. I did not. I did find this one very nice Summer Heat beach volleyball with the classic, girls in bikinis. So grab that. That was $1.99. Also picked up Young Han Solo's Speeder. This was $3. So again, add to my Star Wars collection. I don't collect VHS, but I love Back to the Future. Sealed VHS Back to the Future, the first one, unopened. So grab that. I'm just gonna put it on the shelf. And then there's kind of a weird mix of like McDonald's and Wendy's toys. So I actually liked a couple of these. They're all in just a bag. So a little fry person there, like a sandwich guy. I don't remember McDonald's selling sandwich, but it clearly looks like a sandwich. There is some Fraggle Rock toys in here. So Fraggle Rock, I don't remember his name. Tasmanian Devil car. So yeah, I just grabbed those. There's some other like dinosaurs and stuff like that, like monster trucks. I think these are from Wendy's or Burger King, so wind up. Anyway, that was just in a loose bag, so I grabbed those. And then one last thing. This is for my garage. This works. So it's a plug-in flashing red light. I don't have a plug near me. So I grabbed that. Just thought I would throw it on the man cave in the garage. Or put it on top of my van. Anyway, so that was that. Went to the concert, New Kids on the Block concert. It was really good. Salt and Peppa, Naughty by Nature, Debbie Gibson, Tiffany. We had aisle seats on the floor and at the back, near the backstage. Anyway, Joey McIntyre actually ran by us and my wife just grabbed onto him. So she was pretty excited about that. The next day we went to 16-Bit Arcade in Cleveland. I picked up a shirt, which I wore in a previous video. And we went to the Exchange, was next door, another version of the Exchange. So they actually had, I don't know what it is, but a Game Boy cleaning kit boxed. So this was, I think $7. Again, unused. Just another cool item. I don't know what's going on with buying cleaning kits that weekend, but I did. And then a dog bone controller. So I've passed these up in Canada. The lowest I've seen it was about $30 for a really nasty one. So this was $15 American. And it's really nice, really clean. I've wanted one of these forever. So finally got one. Added to the collection. So that was kind of the Cleveland trip. Back to Canada. Went to Valley Village in Canada. Nothing overly exciting. A couple more cassettes. What's his name? Lou Bega, Mambo. My wife likes that song. Dire Straits, Brothers in Arms. It's a good album. I think Money for Nothing's on this. So grab that cassette. A lone UMD title, Ace Combat X. Skies of Deception for PSP. So there's that. These are not old. Some PS4 earpiece. My son broke mine, so I wanted to keep my set complete, so I bought a new set. Garfield vintage mug. Give me a break. Not Garfield. Heathcliff. And a modern 1997 Jabba the Hutt. I actually really like this guy. So his tail moves, he moves head. So Jabba the Hutt. Oh, and one more. A gigantic Mario. This was $3, and you can store stuff inside them. I was just gonna put this in the wall in the garage or something. So it's huge. I mean, by comparison, I don't know, where's that doll? There's the Ewok. So huge Mario doll. Anyway, it fell down. So anyway, after that, I was in Vancouver Island. I was in Sydney, British Columbia. Got some trips into Victoria, British Columbia. I was working there the entire week. And then actually outside Sydney, or not outside Sydney, in Brentwood Bay, which is nearby, there is a small Salvation Army. I've been there before. Last time I was there, I picked up a few things. So I picked up one item. Sega PC collection, Sonic CD. So just like the look of that. I mean, it's for a PC. It's not a video game for a console, but you know, kind of neat. I like the artwork. I like the idea that it was on PC. So that's kind of cool. So that was $1. Then I went into Victoria, went to Valley Village, didn't find anything the first time I went, but I actually ended up going a second time. So I grabbed this. This is a Sega Dreamcast Mad Catz controller. These actually sell for something on eBay. I was surprised. So I grabbed that to add to my collection. I don't have a Dreamcast. I've had numerous controllers in the past, but I actually don't have a Dreamcast. Kind of different, but yeah. Clear red. And then Pokemon Monopoly complete. Actually, sorry, not complete. It's missing one of the cards, property cards. All the figures are in here. Instructions, you know, all the money, I'll say, as far as I can tell. My son's really big into Pokemon right now, but I thought this was really cool, so I grabbed that. It is old. It's from '99, so I grabbed that. And Pokemon's pretty hot right now with the movie out. And then not thrift related in any way, but actually went to Quasar's arcade. So nothing. Again, I was hoping to buy a shirt there. I changed my mind. Their logo is really cool. This is their business card. Their logo is like really, really cool, but they don't put it on their shirts. So it's really cool. Took one of their coin token collectors though, Quasar's Arcade. They had a lot of really good, rare video games, all in great shape. It was actually their pinball league night, so I spent some time talking to some people there. Grabbed one of their tokens just to keep for. I've been collecting tokens lately. You can't see the picture, but they have their own custom tokens. Anyways, that's pretty cool. It's a lot of cool games. So I spent about an hour there playing some games, and that was pretty much my trip to Vancouver. Working pretty busy most days while I was there. Flew home Friday, got in a lot of Switch playing time on the plane ride home. Had a bunch of flight cancellations, and anyway, really got home at the same time despite all my flight cancellations, which was good. And then back into the Victoria Day long weekend here. So did some garage selling yesterday, which if you've watched my other video, you would have seen already. But wanted to really sum up kind of the thrift finds over the last 3 weeks. Like I said, I sold the Metallica set from the one garage sale. The one thing actually wasn't featured was I found an Apple keyboard with the numeric keypad. I actually ended up selling that for $40. So I picked it up for $7. So those go for good money. I probably could have asked for more, but the first person that asked me, I just took their offer. So made all my money back to cover most of these expenses, certainly between the Metallica and the keyboard. So overall, good finds. Anyway, that's pretty much it. If you like my videos, be sure to click like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram. My posts will be below. I post everything in real time that I do find on Instagram, and then try and do these summary videos about once a week or as I have enough content. And otherwise, that is pretty much it. So we will talk to you later.